Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III in our roleplay series as the Dokeianos Dynasty. So if you haven't already, go check out that Imperial Rome series, which should be up before this video is. I haven't yet recorded it. I plan on recording it tonight. I'm hoping to avoid at least some of the vehicles that are constantly driving by my home, particularly around this time of the day. By recording it tonight, so we'll see how well that goes. But the embargo does lift in the morning, so hopefully I get it all recorded and edited by that time, in which case it'd be out this morning, and then this one will be coming out until the afternoon. So many people have been asking me how the start of the new series is going to affect this series. I haven't exactly decided just yet, guys. I'm still kind of thinking on it. But what I will say is that we will not have a video on Wednesday. We'll come back on Thursday with this series. And I'll let you guys know what I'm planning on doing, what we're going to do with this series. Just to think on it a little bit and also kind of see how that Imperial Rome series does with the first episode. So yeah, let's go and get started in today's video. We left off here at war, almost done, very, very close. I wish we could have finished that last episode, but unfortunately, it was already getting pretty long as it was. So we'll have to finish it up in this one. Now, one thing I did want to note before we get started is that our dynasty no longer has control of this duchy here. They lost it. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what happened. We'd have to probably go pretty far up to see. Yeah, we'd need to probably look at our grandparent here and then go to Aristarchus again, see what happened here. So his son took over. That was Samuel. So he took over and then he died of natural causes at age 55, and then he had 3 daughters. So I think that's what was causing some of the issue here. She might have just had it taken from her in a rebellion, though, because she still has a county here. Her older sister died. Oh, okay, and then it looks like, I see. So I think what ended up happening here is that the eldest sister had a child, and it was not a matrilineal marriage. Okay, so that's what ended up happening. So then her son took over, and then he died, and then his father took over, which we had noted in the previous episode. So that's how this left our dynasty. However, he is facing a rebellion right now, guys, from one member of our dynasty who's trying to take control of the duchy again. Now, as you can see from the numbers, he does have more troops. I don't know if I think he's getting all those from his allies. I don't think either one of them have any troops. Hardly any. And so he is winning that conflict, as you can see. So if he does, win it, then he'll take over, and our dynasty will get control again. And well, it is a different house, of course. And then also with Crete, I said that our dynasty was not in control over here anymore. That's not true. This is our dynasty. You can see the little icon there. It does indicate that's our dynasty. This is just a different house. If we were to look at all the different houses for our dynasty, we have 5 total houses. So we got his. Of course, the Crete one we just looked at. Then we have our uncle's house, and then I think she's the one who is leading the one from the duchy here, and that Aristarchus's line. And then of course we have our original house. So this is actually still in our dynasty. So let's go ahead and let this play. And you see we're being attacked here by this army. That's why we had to flee here. He is going to try and siege that down. He'll get it done in 3 months. Here we're looking at 6 months, and we're still stuck in this battle over here, which we did just finish up. Excellent. Remember, no war score from that. All these battles are irrelevant, not important. We're at 98%. I don't know that that'll tick up high enough for us to not have to do a battle. I guess we'll see. We do have a Dynasty Legacy available. All right, awesome. So what would this character go for? I don't think we've picked any with him yet. So being a content, diligent, patient character that seems to be focused more on building up his fortune. So let's just take a look, see what we might want to get here. Now, there's not really one that's specific for the economy. I think that the closest one for a steward would be like the law one here. But do we want to get just a little popular opinion boost? Honestly, I feel that this route here is really not that good. You get to the 3rd one, it's better. This one helps a little bit, but honestly, I feel like you got 2 decent ones. This one's okay, and only one really good one, I should say. And then you got 3 kind of cruddy ones. I mean, they're just not good for the Dynasty Legacies, which some of these are very impactful. So I don't really like the law branch all that much. But I don't think it would make sense for him to go for the warfare one. because yeah, he's content, and yeah, I just don't think that makes sense. We can't go for this one because we don't have enough to do this one, and that's a good one to do. I don't know that he would do this one here. Yeah, I don't think that one makes much sense for us. Same thing with glory. I don't think that would make much sense either. Could increase our fertility. That's always helpful. This is a nice one as well. But I think we might just go ahead and save up for 3,000 and keep going down the bloodline. I think it makes sense for this character as well. So we'll just save up for the 3,000 and get that one. And we'll just have to wait. It'll take a while, obviously. We are earning decent renown. That's not too bad. Almost 11 per month right now. I don't know if we're going to get here in time to stop these sieges, but we only need 1% more, so it might be irrelevant. It was a bummer we couldn't end the war way back when I, had that one province taken. I just didn't pause it quick enough. We could have ended this conflict so much sooner. It really dragged on way longer than necessary. So yeah, let's go and enforce our demands finally and take control of those two counties. Now, that does put us above our holding limit now. So we will need to give out a county somewhere. Could give up this one here, because I guess, it would make sense to give it up to our brother here, because he's going to get an opinion with us for as long as we don't give it to him. It's 25 opinion. That's putting him in the negative right now. So I think we'll go ahead and give him that county. I'm not super excited about that, since that is one of our better counties. It's a pretty darn good county, actually. But I think it makes sense to give it to him. You know what? Actually, let's just go through here and give him his title. So yeah, we're going to want to grant him, let me see, I think it's this one here. And then yeah, he'll control the entire duchy now. It's going to boost his opinion by 40 plus the loss of the negative 25, so should get him pretty high. Yeah, we're at plus 54 now. Excellent. Alright, so that's not quite enough to keep him out of factions or anything like that. But let me just take a look here. Do we already know? We do not have him kept out of factions. That is our other brother who cannot join factions right now. Okay. Let me just see if we can negotiate an alliance here. No, because he has a claim to the throne. He refuses to ally with us. Let's go and disband our armies now. And we are back under the holding limit, and I'm sure we're going to have to increase control in all these areas. Yes, sir. All right, even in this one still. So let's go ahead and start with that. Increase control here first, since they're the closest to being done. And making some good money now. As far as our levy numbers, I think they're about similar to what they were before. We'll see if there's anything we need to do here. I'm not seeing it. So we'll likely have a long period of peace, guys. Similar to what we did with our previous content character, where we didn't have very many conflicts. We'll be doing that with this character as well. However, I saw a couple posts about a reason why we can justify our character trying to expand here in Italy. His father told him that this was a lifelong goal that he never really succeeded in, that he had just started, working on at the very back end of his life. Remember, he gave us this county. This was the first county that our character had. We started out here. So he very much kind of directed our current character towards this goal. Like, this is the goal that I really hope you achieve, because I wasn't able to. So even as a content character, you could argue that he's doing this for his father, and that's why he's expanding here. So we will continue expanding here, and we'll likely attack him again once the truce is up. We're just taking a look at, oops, that's not us at all. Just taking a look at when the truce is up here, and it's 5 years, so 1222. So it could always declare war right then. I think we're currently converting right now, so we wouldn't be able to get the claims that we need in the rest of this territory to be able to declare war on him. I'm wondering if we can take the duchy, though, from him, or maybe even create it. I'm not entirely sure if we can or not. So this is this duchy here, and we can create it. We just need the 200 gold, but it looks like we already have possession of all the counties in that duchy, unfortunately, because this is its own duchy here, as is this. Okay, so we won't be able to use that to declare war. We already have control of the entire duchy. So our brother just created a cadet branch, so we now have, I think, 4 houses, or excuse me, 6 houses. We had 4 before, so 6 houses total. We have a dangerous faction now. Again, let's just take a look at it. Oh lord, so Athens joined. So basically, yeah, just about everybody has joined this faction, unfortunately. All right, so that's a real shame. We are more powerful than them, but just barely. So yeah, they'll likely rebel here, pretty soon. It's 29 months, but yeah, could get even worse if more people join the faction. I don't know if there's really anything that we can do to stop it. What is it over? It's a Liberty faction. Okay, so we could always, just agree to their demands, but I'll probably just fight them and imprison them all. If that's what they want to do, if they want to try and take our power, then, we'll have to deal with it. Oh, I see what happened. What happened is that our uncle died. He was in prison, and thus, when he died, guessing his daughter, perhaps? Looks like, yeah, he's got nothing but daughters, so his daughter took over, so he died in captivity, and so she took over, and now she is very unhappy. She wants a seat on the council, and she's probably not happy about us imprisoning her father, and she has a son here. It's already got a marriage going. All right, so yeah, we have to, I don't know, we got to try and find a way to appease her, though I don't think there's going to be any way to appease her. She's just always going to dislike us. I think there's no way to deal with that, unfortunately. Just see if there's anything in here. We could always start swaying her. We're already working on swaying somebody right now, though. So I think we're just kind of stuck with her being rebellious. I think we're going to end up having to fight this rebellion. There's not really any way around it. So, I mean, we could try and we don't have anybody to marry off for alliances, so that's not an option. You could try and get secrets on them, I suppose, and I guess that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll try and do that. Maybe get a strong hook on them, and then you can stop them from rebelling that way. But I think we're probably gonna have to fight it. And then another thing that somebody brought up in the comments, I had asked where we were looking at assassinating the next character, who it was that I had said we needed to take care of after we finished up and all our other assassinations. And it was actually over here, guys. Somebody posted this in the comments. It's because this boy was born here, and remember we had set it up for our nephew to take over, and that way our dynasty could take over here, and it would also be combining these two areas eventually. But of course, that's not really desirable anymore, because he is now part of the Holy Roman Empire, because of the way the inheritance worked there, because of the Byzantine Empire having such low crown authority. And so, yeah, that did not go the way I wanted, and thus I don't know that it would be wise. This is just weakening, our own empire if we allow him to inherit here. So I think we'll probably just gonna let the boy take over. It's probably the best way that could go down now until we fix this, and if we do fix it, if we ever do, then we can always deal with it later. As of right now, I don't think there's much to be done about it right now. We're about almost 50% of the way towards getting that faith converted, and then we start working on getting claims again. Because as of right now, we can't expand until we get more claims. Lots of conflicts ending. I don't know who that was involving because I didn't check it out, but this is the way the Byzantine Empire currently looks. You can see that we do have quite a few counties over here. That's this character that is expanded. He also owns all this. So yeah, he's gotten all this territory. And another faction was created, a Liberty faction against the Empress. I'm surprised that the Empire hasn't, the HRE, the Holy Roman Empire, hasn't been having the same kind of issues that we've seen in our empire. He's incredibly powerful, though, 24,000 men. Eventually, with us having borders here, and then us soon having borders here, that we do have the papacy that is currently separating us. All right, finished his control task. We're gonna get another one started here. Start working on this one. I think maybe we should do the other one though. Just try and take a look. Yeah, I think this one would be more profitable. So yeah, we'll go for that one first. Move him over there, and then we'll have him do this one here in the middle. But yeah, I don't know that we'll ever have borders here in Italy simply because of the fact that we do have the Pope here. But in Sicily, at the very least, we could end up bordering right here once we conquer that territory. And our liege did win the conflict that she was in with Croatia. So expanding into Croatia again, which, considering the fact that we've already set this up for the empire to inherit this land, it's unfortunate that's what she's focusing on. I'd prefer she focused somewhere else. But it's still, I guess, still making the empire more powerful for right now. So we were able to sway our spy master, excellent, and he likes us pretty good amount, I mean. So let's just take a look, see if we want to work on somebody else. I think we probably should. Yeah, perhaps our brother here, he really does not like us. So yeah, let's go and sway him. Yeah, no, I don't expect that we'll be able to stop this rebellion from happening, guys. We'll probably have to fight it here in about 20 months. And the Empress died. That means our daughter is now going to be the new Empress. And so, of course, that was our wife, so that did result in us gaining stress. And, hold up. We got a lot of stuff happening here. So we got a stewardship perk available, so we'll have to get that selected. We'd also get remarried. We're definitely young enough to do that. And then, of course, we have, our daughter. Although, one thing to consider, we'll talk about that in a minute. But our daughter has taken over as the Empress, and she has 12,000 men in her control. And finally, our dynasty is on the imperial throne. So we are no longer the emperor as in title. We'll again be called king. But yeah, our daughter's taken over. I love the hat. I love the way she got her hair done. Looks nice. So she's the empress. Finally, our dynasty's on the throne. But of course, we won't be able to play as her until we ourselves die. We are 41 years old, so we might have a lot of life left in us. I don't think we have any modifiers affecting it. So yeah, maybe in our early 60s or something like that. So she has also invited us to join the council as her steward, which is the exact position that we would want. It gives us a nice bonus for the stewardship, so plus 20%. Also, we can construct buildings for cheaper. We're going to get more taxes, which you can see is up that income quite a bit. Yeah, very, very nice. So let's go and start out by getting this perk selected, and then we'll talk about our marriage. So did we get this one yet? We did not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that. And we'll take a look at that trait here. So that's going to give us plus 2 stewardship and plus 15% on the holding taxes. But not quite there yet to get the extra domain limit. We'd have to get our stewardship up to one more level in order to be able to hold another county. So with our marriage, guys, if we have a son, then it messes everything up, because then we do not become the empress. We become our son inherits the kingdom, and we will not become emperor or empress in this case. So we have to be careful with the marriage, guys. We can't have a son, frankly. So we need to marry somebody who's around our age, maybe even slightly older, honestly. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go and find a spouse. And again, we're going to want somebody who's quite a bit older. So we don't need a maximum age at all. With the age difference, we're looking for, within 10 years. We probably don't want her to be too old. But yeah, I think 50-something would work out fine, I suppose. Although, you know what? Let's go 15. I wish there was a minimum age. I understand why there's not. It makes sense. Yeah, we'll do 15 here. We don't care about fertility at all. We want her to be healthy, though. Religion, culture, all that kind of stuff is fine. We don't care about traits. If we can find one with alliance, then that would be great. But let's base this off of their total skills, the sum of all their skills. And that's how we'll decide. Although we should include that we do not want any lowborn. We're just looking for some older noble ladies. So based on the sum of all skills here, she's pretty good. Now the question is, do we want somebody who will kind of just boost our stewardship just a little bit more so that we can get the county? And frankly, you might even be able to get somebody who can boost it enough, if they're really good at stewardship, where we could hold 2 more counties. So that'd be a possibility, because remember, we're about to come into a bunch of counties here, because we're going to have to deal with this the civil war we're about to have. So I assume we're going to get a lot of counties from that, because we're going to have to arrest everybody and probably take some titles and punish people and stuff. So, as long as we win it, of course, in which case we'll have more titles, and it'd be nice to be able to hold on to a few of those. So getting somebody with a high stewardship would be helpful. She's just great overall. She's a genius, although she does kind of suck at diplomacy. I think that's because of her stats here. Yeah, she's shy, so that makes sense. As far as her traits go, they're absolutely garbage. Shy, sadistic, and gluttonous. Wow. So looking at the next character, we got a giant here. She's also a genius. She's ambitious, craven, and shy. Much higher stewardship. All right. So yeah, maybe we want to go for that. As far as bolstering our own stats, we would want somebody who has diplomacy, martial, and or intrigue. So when you sort this by diplomacy, because I think that's probably the most important stat when I'm actually thinking about it, guys, because we're not going to fight as many wars, so we don't need the martial as much, and we're probably not going to do as much intrigue as we've been doing in the past either, so that's not as important. So I think out of the 3 skills that we're weakest on, I really feel like diplomacy would be the most helpful, especially because so many people hate us. It really help boost these scheme abilities. So if we were to focus on diplomacy and go on that, we have her. She's beautiful, but that would increase her fertility. I think the best option would be this woman here. She's 49 years old, so quite a bit older than us. Not going to have any kids despite the beautiful trait here. Yeah, don't expect her to have any more kids. She's got very good diplomacy. The marshal's okay. Again, that's not a big focus here. She gives us some stewardship, so that'd be nice. And then she has a little bit of intrigue. Not quite as high as I'd like, but I think this is the best option here. So we're going to arrange a marriage with her. She is Polish. And they'll definitely accept it here. In fact, it does look like we're actually going to lose a little bit of prestige, but that's okay. So we'll arrange that marriage, and I think that's all we needed to take care of here. I do want to see what titles we can create. We can create a duchy right here. Oh yes, that's right, we knew about that. We now have the gold to actually be able to do that. Do we want to create the duchy? Let me just take a look and see what's going to happen with the inheritance right now. So if we were to look at what our daughters are currently set to inherit, our other 2 daughters. So we have her, she's set to inherit the county here and the county here. So she would get those 2 counties, while she would get this county right here. All right, interesting. So if we instead created a duchy here, then this would result in us losing all 3 of those counties, and then those would all go to her. She'd get all 3 duchies, and then she would get this county right there. So creating the duchy results in us losing more titles, basically, and there's no benefit to doing so because we can't use that having that duchy to declare any more wars. So she did accept our marriage offer. Excellent. And what we're going to want to do is let's go ahead and figure out what we want her to do here. I was thinking assist ruler, because that gives a little boost to everything and lets us get up to this limit so that we can have 1 more county. We could just focus solely on one thing, in which case obviously court politics would be clearly the best option. As far as how many points we're getting total here, it's 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're getting 10 if we do the assist ruler, and that's exactly how much we're getting in court politics, though. All that's towards the 1 stat. Yeah, none of the other ones would make sense to do instead of assist ruler. So I think we're going to continue with the assist ruler, guys. I think that's the best one for us. Bumping up those stats, getting us up to over 20 stewardship, so we can have 1 more county, and then helping boost the diplomacy, so we can actually increase general opinion by a slight amount. New acquisitions. During the daily management of my realm, I have learned of several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically I can only pursue one of them. I must determine what would ultimately give me the most value. So like I say, I've heard rumors of a lost tome rediscovered, in which case 71% chance of getting the obtained lost knowledge, 2+ stewardship, 1+ learning, or even if you fail, 29% chance you're still gonna get a bonus there. So this is about the king over here in Serbia. So we could instead help him manage his holdings, and we'll get a weak hook on him. Not entirely sure what we'd use that for. Yeah, his daughter's already married. I mean, I guess you could force like a marriage for the second daughter and then murder the other one, though she's already got kids, so they're already set to inherit. You'd have to kill a lot of people to try and do anything there. Not that we have anybody to arrange the marriage for anyways. So yeah, I don't think that would be much help. I don't know what we'd do with that, honestly. I mean, I guess you could, he is in the Byzantine Empire, so I suppose you could use it for getting him into a faction or something. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be all that useful, guys. Securing those trade deals will fill my treasury. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of feel like the money would be the most useful at this moment, so that's what we're going to go for. All right, we're going to get that money. Now, I know that there's a lot of stuff that we can do with that money, so let's go ahead and see exactly what we'd like to do. We could hold the feast to try and boost the opinion with some of our subjects. That'd be really helpful, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. That's going to take a little bit of our money. And then let me take a look at our knights, see if we want to invite more. See how cruddy our current knights are. Yeah, we could definitely look at inviting new knights, and then after that, we can do some buildings. But first, let's see what knights we might want to hire, and see how much money we have left afterwards. All right, so we're doing the feast here, and just kind of boost some opinion with our vassals in the hope that some of them will leave that faction. Probably not. It does look like we are seeing a peasant revolt against our daughter, and this is an event about a mayor. The pleading gaze I receive from my vassal is taken on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner. Okay, so this is that shy event. So we can say that we'll distract him. We'll get a weak hook on the mayor and boost an opinion. If he's got any money, we could also use that weak hook. Yeah, we could. So let's go and do that. And that will actually let us sell the hook, since we have that trait, that perk, to demand payment. Looks like we can imprison the Duchess here. What did she do? Let's take a look. She's a known criminal. 100% chance of success, and that would get rid of the rebellion, guys. Most likely. Yeah, I mean, well, I think so, but I'm not entirely sure if she has enough military strength to get rid of the rebellion. But let's go ahead and do that, guys. Let's go ahead and it's 100% chance of success here, and she is a criminal, and we are facing a big rebellion right now. So let's go ahead and imprison her, and go ahead and demand payment here, 15 gold, and let's see if there's anything else we need to do. We already set that off, of course. We're set to inherit several titles. I think most of those are from our brothers and their children, nephews, and as well as our own sons. See if there's anything else. We do need to take a look at the situation with our council. So we do have a knight that just arrived, and he's pretty darn good. So we're gonna go ahead and hire him. Yeah, let's go and recruit him to court. 30 gold, not too bad. Get ourselves a better knight. And of course we had a disaster strike, and this is what I was thinking. We're gonna have to blow some money here. And I think we might end up doing well, let me see which one our character would do. I wouldn't say that you'd really need to do either one, but as a diligent, you could probably maybe argue that we would pay for it ourselves. And we do get that prestige boost there. So yeah, we'll go and do that. That'll also improve opinion, which was the entire point of the feast, was improving opinion there. So we were able to arrest the Duchess. Excellent. So that might be enough, but probably not. Oh, it actually is. Okay. So they are not able to rebel now because of that. Excellent. So we'll just keep her in prison for right now. We do need to figure out what we want to do with her. We could always revoke her title. Would that be considered tyrannical? No, it would not. So we could take her title, and we can hold an extra county. And of course, that would end up going to our second daughter. And so that would stop her from inheriting some of these counties. So yeah, it's definitely an option to go ahead and take that title from her. She's, of course, a member of our dynasty, but she's not in a matrilineal marriage, so this would be falling out of our dynasty. So yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't want to just revoke all the titles. Like so. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. She'll become a rival, of course, but it's not an issue. She shouldn't have did what she did. I didn't even know what she did. She's an adulterer, so that's all she did. She just cheated on her husband. That was enough, though. So yeah, let's go and revoke her title, guys. And she will not be pleased about that. And of course, that is not an act of tyranny, despite what it says there. So with that taken, obviously this is 1 over our county limit. Now it is pretty decent, but I think we'll just go ahead and give it right to our daughter now. I do want to see how that's set to change things. So yeah, she's set to inherit both of those. So what is she going to inherit? 1 county over here. I see. Okay. I think we might just give her the county that we want her to get, so that we don't have to worry about this. Which county does she currently have? Where's she at? Oh, she's way over here. So yeah, I think we might just go ahead and grant her the county in the hope that that'll fix the issue here. And result in, hopefully, our daughter getting all of Italy. That's what I really want to have happen here, guys. So yeah, this might actually put us below the limit. since we only need to get rid of one of these. So let's go and start by giving out this county to her in the hope that this will work. Although, I suppose I can't give it to her. Yeah, it looks like I can't give her any counties because of the fact that she's not our own vassal. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I cannot give her that county, which means we can't pick and choose what she's going to get. That's a real shame. I was kind of hoping we could give that to her. So yeah, that's not an option, unfortunately. And now I'm wondering if we can even give... Well, yeah, we can give her a title because she is... No, she's not. She's way over here as well. All right, so yeah, we can't give her a title either. So we basically can't deal with this at all, unfortunately. Can we negotiate an alliance? We could negotiate an alliance with her. She doesn't have any troops, though. Now, there's really not anything to do here, then, in that case. We'll just have to give out a county. Just give a random county to somebody. I guess we should just look at, like, which one's going to be the most valuable to keep. One thing I would like to do here, though, that we haven't done yet, is let's go and negotiate an alliance with our daughter, the Empress. I think that would make sense. So, yeah, as far as, like, which one would be better, just as far as buildings and development goes, we're at 20 and 21 here. They also have quite a few buildings. With the duchy title here, we're getting that increased holding taxes. That's helping out quite a bit. Looking over here, you see the development's much lower. Popular opinion's also low as well, so could end up facing like some type of rebellion over here. Just looking at, yeah, I think that's really clearly the worst one. And I'd love for my daughter, one of my daughters, to get that one. But yeah, we're just gonna grant it to somebody, just about anybody. We could get just a member of our dynasty that isn't set to inherit anything. It doesn't have any counties of his own. So let's just go and we can look at our own dynasty. I do want to see if there's any knights that we might want to reward real quick, though. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any knights that need to be rewarded right now. So yeah, we'll just get it to a member of our dynasty. So let's go ahead and sort this. We want a member of the dynasty, and we want them to be an adult. I don't really care so much about age or gender or anything like that. But we might not be able to do a female, though. Yeah, might not be able to grant a female any titles. But yeah, we'll get the gender on there. There's one other thing we want to do. We want to make sure that they are not currently a ruler. And that only leaves 3 potential options. How many are already set to inherit something? Looks like just him, so really we can do any of these characters here, just outside of that one right there. So as far as which one we should do, he's already pretty darn old. So yeah, don't want to do him. We'd want to do probably one of the younger characters. Let me just take a look, see who the hell this guy is. All right, so he's way up over here. He does have a claim on a county. But yeah, he's not set to inherit anything right now. It looks like his brother would get that title up there. He is very intelligent. He's did okay on his education. He's patient, gluttonous, and just. Not a bad character here, but he does not have a daughter yet, and because he's homosexual, there's a chance he might not have a son. So instead, let's find somebody else. One of those other characters I think would probably be a bit better for this. So that was that one. Let's go and take a look at this character, much younger. He's very handsome. He's a flamboyant trickster. He is deceitful. Okay, so that could cause some problems. But he is just as well, so that's going to increase vassal opinion, as will the trusting. All right, so he would actually make a pretty solid character here. He's already married. And she's chaste, so could end up having some problems with having children. Oh, she's really old as well. All right, so that's something to consider. You might have some issues having kids. So let's see if there's any other better options. Might have to go through all of these here. So this is the last one, and he's slow. He's a bargainer, craven, humble, and calm. His wife is in prison, but she is beautiful. So they could end up having some kids here. I assume he's going to get her out of prison eventually. Yeah, I feel like this character would probably work. I know he's not the smartest character, but he would probably be fairly loyal. Yeah, I don't think we'd have any issues with him way up here. And I don't want him joining factions and having to go attack him and stuff. So yeah, I think he'd make a good choice. He is the grandson of Aristarchus. So yeah, I think he'd be the best pick frankly. And this is his father, which was also an option for a title. He doesn't have any titles right now. But yeah, we wouldn't want to give it to him. He just ended up inheriting it soon anyways. So we'd rather get the opinion boost with him. So yeah, I think that's who we're going to grant it to. I know the other character is a better pick for ruler, but I'm worried that he won't have any kids. So let's just go ahead and give it to him to make sure that we don't have this issue. Now, he is not in our courts. Okay, so we'd have to invite him to court, which does not look like he's willing to do because he's a knight right now. All right, so that's a shame. Let me see the other options that we had. We might get forced to do something. That's if we can even get them to come to our court. So the other option was this guy here. And again, he might not have a kid, and yeah, we can't get him to come to court either. Oh, but we can grant him a title here. Maybe that was an option with the other guy, and I just missed it. Let me just take a look here. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, my bad, guys. We don't need him to come to court because he doesn't have any titles. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and give this title to him. That'll boost his opinion by 40. Excellent. So we've given out the county, dealt with the issue up there. And got another member of our dynasty onto a county. That faction was disbanded. Alright, so we don't really have to... Okay, that was not this faction. Never mind. So that's the other faction because we gave up this county here, which was... We were looking at a rebellion happening, which is another reason why it was a good thing we got rid of that county out of all the other ones. And we were able to get that alliance with our daughter. And looks like these two are still... these two are fighting each other. They must be rivals. No, he's not. Yeah, they're not rivals. They just don't like each other. Maybe they'll be rivals after this. This is, of course, our brother and the mayor. And it was not enough keeping them separated. They now come to blows in the middle of my feast. One of my guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for the order to intervene. So we can throw the mayor off, which that would boost his opinion, or our brother's opinion. We'll be closer to forming a rivalry with the mayor. Or we could restrain our son until things calm down. I said our son, I meant our brother. So it would make far more sense to side with our brother. That's what we'll do. Alright, so we did get the eager reveler trait, so that's awesome. That's going to get us more diplomacy, more intrigue, and higher opinion. We also got some more prestige here. So yeah, that'll be really helpful. We are now more famous as well. So we're illustrious, giving us the +2 to knights. Our opinion with our vassals should be much, much higher at this point now. Although maybe not. Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem to be the case. And it does look like he just forced himself. That's a shame. You know, it happens whenever somebody gets a hook on you. So he did force himself onto our council, which is really unfortunate. Let me just see what he's good at. Maybe we'll move him somewhere else because he is not a good steward. I guess he'd make a okay marshal, but of course our brother is already doing that, and that's the only thing that our brother is currently good at. All right, so yeah, there's really nothing else to be done here. Let me just see if any of these people sitting on the wings here is really good. Yeah, this was our brother who was, you know, on the stewardship position. He was so good, man. I would really like to move him back. I feel like Chancellor would probably be the one that I am least concerned about as far as our our council goes, and he's okay. So we're gonna move him to this position, guys, since we have to have him over here. So let's just find him and swap him out. That does mean that the Duke... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I switched the wrong one. Damn it. That's great. So we want to swap out. I don't know how I managed to do that. I just saw that. I wasn't even looking at the character. I was just looking at the diplomacy score, which I knew was supposed to be 9. And I was looking for a swap, and then I just swapped with the first character that had 9. This is the character we want to swap with here, guys. So we're going to swap him over there. The Duke here is actually pretty darn good at the stewardship. But still, I would prefer to have our brother in place here, and he is better at that. So let's go and assign him there. And it's going to hit the opinion here, but he is a lot older, and he might lose his position very, very soon, guys. Since he is, although it looks like he might be winning this now. Yeah, he's got a lot more troops. I don't know where he got all those. Yeah, he might actually win that conflict now. All right, well, we got our brother back over there. Such a shame that we got stuck with this character, but again, it is what it is, man. we could go ahead and go back to increasing development in our capital here. And it looks like this count here was excommunicated. See if there's anything we need to be aware of here. Of course, we know about the control. We're getting that taken care of now. We do have some alliances we can negotiate. And these are just with our daughters. Yeah, we're not going to do those alliances. We got another knight here, and he's pretty darn good. So let's go ahead and hire him. 35 gold. And I think there's one more knight we're waiting on. And then we'll see about spending the rest of our money. Now, they're probably not going to be very expensive, so we can go and spend it now, but we'll just wait. Wait till we get the last guy here. I'm pretty sure we have one more. We did get an alliance offer from the princess. We're going to decline that again because I'm a little bit worried about the alliances causing an issue if we wanted to arrange any marriages and then them wanting to reject that because we have too many alliances. I don't know who we'd arrange marriages for. I suppose our grandchildren. I'm really hoping that she ends up having a child here. Of course, that does mean that Croatia is now married into our dynasty here. Because remember, this is a matrilineal marriage, so we're hoping that they'll have some children soon. And here's the last knight, and he's pretty good as well. All right, so we definitely boosted our knight power overall. And now we could go and spend the rest of this money. Let's just take a look at the decision, see if there's anything we really want to do here. We could call a hunt. But you know what? Let's go and get some buildings constructing, guys. So yeah, we still can't level this up here just yet. So we'll have to work on other locations. See what all we have available here. So we could go and do Corinth, I suppose. Yeah, let's go and do that. We'll get the upgrade for the wooden barracks. Get more levies. More bonuses for our heavy infantry and spearmen. Over here, let's get the upgrade for the meadows. Get more money and stuff. Better development. And we're able to sway the prince. Excellent. Just looking at the total opinion here, and it looks like that prince is no longer on our council as well. I think. It might have been him, actually. You know, I'm not entirely sure which one we're swaying. Alright, so we're currently swaying him, our marshal. Okay. So, I suppose we'll keep doing the opinion boost with him. I think that makes sense. I wonder if we have anybody that's good at being a spy master among our powerful vassals. He's a 10, he's a 9. This guy would actually make a much better choice here for spy master. Though he doesn't like us, so we'd want to improve his opinion a bit beforehand. Yeah, we should probably wait before we make him the spy master. He just doesn't like us enough. And yeah, we'll keep on boosting our brother for right now. Our liege was able to win the war. I call her our liege, she's our daughter. Alright, so I don't think there's anybody we want to assassinate right now. Yeah, I can't think of any situations where that would be helpful. Oh yes, that's what we want to do. We could be starting to work on some secrets here, guys. And it does look like she died. So her son has taken over now. He is a powerful vassal, and he's pretty average at everything. He is one of our knights as well. He hates us because he wants that seat on the council. He already has a son, so that's worked out well. I don't know if she has any titles. She does not. She does have some claims to a duchy, though. So we probably just want to work on getting like hooks and secrets and stuff like that. So let's work on getting a hook on this guy. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's have him find secrets. I think it's right there. It's his capital. Yeah, work on him. I think he's the most powerful of all our vassals, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look real quick, but I think he is. Maybe not. The Duke of Athens is actually the most powerful here. Probably want to work on him next then. Alright, so nothing else that I think we have to be aware of right now. And another war that our daughter's having to deal with, unfortunately. Let's just see how she's doing and whether we want to help her. Now, she does have 14,000 troops. She is pregnant. Excellent. Let's hope for a boy. So she's dealing with this rebellion here, and it is a large one. Now, she does have her husband's help, but he doesn't have any troops for whatever reason. And this is about this character here's claim. So this is a whole nother dynasty. We do not want him taking control there. It does look like this is a massive rebellion. just take a look at how they're how this rebellion's looking. But you can see here, yeah, these guys have rebelled. Bulgaria has rebelled. That's our own dynasty. See, we got this over here. This character here is rebelling. He's rebelled. All right, so yeah, this is a problem. This is a massive rebellion that she wouldn't win on her own. So we will have to join. And it looks like these will likely be the conflicts that we get involved in. Is helping out her daughter keep her throne. So let's go ahead and ask to join her conflict, and just try and assist her in this. I think he's involved too. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So he would be the first one that we would attack. So let's go ahead and join the conflict. And then we're going to want to raise our troops up because I'm assuming that we're at war. Let me just double check here. This is practically useless. This is not helpful. Not helpful at all. At who all we're at war with. All right, well, we do know we're at war with this guy here and Bulgaria, so that's where we'll start. We'll want to go ahead and move our rally point. I don't know where that's at. That's over here. All right, so we'll go ahead and move our rally point. And I assume we'll just go and attack him first. Go after his stuff. So we'll bring him up right here maybe, or maybe somewhere where we could fit more troops. Maybe right here would be better. And then attack up this way. We'll have to do that next episode, guys, because unfortunately that is the end of this one. I do hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, which remember will not be until Thursday, and that's where we'll discuss what's going to be happening with the series now that we're starting that Imperial Rome campaign. So yeah, I do hope to see you guys on that next episode, and thanks for watching, guys.